Alright, so just getting up into familiar territory here. Just stopped at the old general store, grabbed my muzzleloader license. Come to find out, my tag is not valid until tomorrow because I bought it today. I honestly had no idea that was the case. I'm kind of embarrassed, but more than anything, I'm annoyed because I was really banking on getting out there tonight to hunt versus just going out and scouting, because last time around up here, that first evening, I saw the big boy and I didn't make a move on him, and it cost me. He didn't end up coming out the next evening, so I was really hoping to just get out there right away, hunt this evening, and make a go of it, but now I'm forced to just sit back and watch and scout some spots. So hopefully it's a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna go double check the muzzleloader right now and I guess move on to some scouting. Right when I got up here, I decided to go sight in my muzzleloader, just make sure everything was still good from the last time I used it. And while I was there shooting the gun, my great uncle showed up, and the first thing he said was, "Hey, I've got some bad news. I scouted that property last night where you want to go hunt, where you saw that big deer last year, and there's no deer out there." He watched it until sunset the previous evening, and he didn't see any deer. So my hands were kind of in the air. I didn't know what to do. That was what I had on my mind. I was hoping that the deer would repeat the pattern and be in that property in that spot again, but that just wasn't the reality of it. So I didn't have anything else in my back pocket. But after I was done shooting my rifle, my uncle said, "Follow me. I'm gonna go show you a couple spots that you can hunt the next couple of days." So what's really special about this is this property that my uncle brought me to, he has never invited me to hunt it in 22 years. It's his honey hole.
Now that arm there swings around and locks in. And there's a seat up there. If you're gonna hunt here in the morning, you may want to go up and scrape the snow off now.
Well, when he brought me to the spots to take a look, it was clear that there were a lot of deer concentrated on this property, and there's still a lot of standing corn that they were just pillaging from all directions. You could see tracks coming into the property from all over the place. So I knew if I spent my time, I'd be seeing some deer. It's just a matter of whether I'd see the right deer, and if luck was going to come in my favor and fate was going to have its way, that's what was going to happen. And as the next morning came around, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so we're looking at about 20 degrees this morning. We've got a south wind, which for the spot that I'm gonna go, that my uncle's sending me to, doesn't seem like the best wind for it, but I talked to him about it last night, and he said just because it's gonna be the morning, a lot of times the air is rising, and so he's had a lot of experiences where it doesn't really matter what wind you sit on the stand, you just have deer around you in all directions. And I'm not gonna doubt somebody who's been doing this for 50 years. So gonna head out there, get out there nice and early, climb up. It's a homemade ladder stand that he built with his own 2 hands, and there's a heck of a traffic corridor going through there right now. You can see in the snow, it's like a highway, it's like a cattle trail. It's exactly what you want for a late season pattern. And so I'm gonna get layered up to endure the cold, and stick with me because you never know what might show up out here this time of year. I just shot one of the best deer of my life. in the place that means the most to me as a hunter, on my family's farm that we've had for about 130 years.
Take a look straight in the mirror. Take a look at my...
I didn't even go look at the deer after I shot. I didn't even walk over to it. I wanted to do it with my uncle. So I went back, called him on my cell phone, and gave him the news.
Hello?
I want you to meet me on the edge of the field on the way into that stand so we can go look at something special.
Okay.
So I'll wait here for you.
You're in the backfield there, right?
Yep, I'm in the backfield.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I'm a lonely wolf, howling at the moon. I'm a lonely wolf, no man, I ain't coming back home.
You know, he's a man of few words and doesn't show a lot of emotion, but I could tell he was super thrilled. He had put me in the spot. It was just everything that I could have ever hoped for in a hunt, and to be there to recover that deer with my great uncle, my number one hunting mentor, the guy who has taught me so much, a guy who I respect so much, and who I kind of try to model myself after as a hunter, to go and see that deer with him and see his face light up. That's something that you just can't script that. That's just the reality of hunting, these types of situations and these types of memories that you form while you're out here doing this thing we call deer hunting. And I'm already thinking about getting back up here next year so we can do it all over again.
I'm a lonely wolf.